Robert Blake died on Thursday in Los Angeles. He was 89. The Baretta star died from heart disease, according to a statement released by his niece, Noreen Austin. He died at home with family around him peacefully. Long-term heart issues, Austin told Fox News Digital. He spent the last few years listening to jazz music and playing his guitar and watching classic movies. Once hailed as among the finest actors of his generation, Blake became better known as the defendant in a real-life murder story more bizarre than any in which he acted. Blake went from acclaim for his acting to notoriety when he was tried and acquitted in the killing of his wife, Bonnie Lee Bakley, who died outside a Studio City restaurant on May 4, 2001. Gary Rossington, original Lynyrd Skynyrd guitarist, dead at 71. Baretta star Robert Blake died Thursday in Los Angeles. He was 89. Baretta star Robert Blake died Thursday in Los Angeles. He was 89. Blake was arrested and charged with 1 count of murder with special circumstances, 2 counts of solicitation of murder and 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder nearly 1 year after Bakley was killed outside of Vitello's Italian restaurant. Bakley was discovered in her car with a gunshot wound to her head. He pled not guilty. In a 2002 interview with the Associated Press while he was jailed awaiting trial, he bemoaned the change in his status with his fans nationwide. "It hurt because America is the only family I had." Haim Topol, Fiddler on the Roof star, dead at 87. After nearly 1 year behind bars, Blake was released from jail after posting $1.5 million bail and placed under house arrest. His criminal trial began in December 2004. Robert Blake sat behind bars for nearly 1 year after wife's death. Robert Blake sat behind bars for nearly 1 year after wife's death. Blake was found not guilty of murdering his wife, Bonnie Lee Bakley, in 2005. Blake was found not guilty of murdering his wife, Bonnie Lee Bakley, in 2005. Blake was adamant that he had not killed his wife, and a jury found Blake not guilty of murder in March 2005. Months after he was acquitted, a civil jury found him liable for her death and ordered Blake to pay Bakley's family $30 million for her wrongful death, a judgment that sent him into bankruptcy. Robert, whose full name was Michael James Gubitasi, was born in New Jersey. Blake found fame at a young age as a child actor in the R-gang comedies, better known as The Little Rascals. He appeared in dozens of the Red Ryder Western films and had roles on The Big Noise, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre and The Black Rose. Robert Blake starred in the 1967 film In Cold Blood, directed by Richard Brooks. Robert Blake starred in the 1967 film In Cold Blood, directed by Richard Brooks. Blake would often drop by The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Pictured with Ed McMahon in 1975. Blake would often drop by The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Pictured with Ed McMahon in 1975. As an adult, he was praised for his portrayal of real-life murderer Perry Smith in the movie of Truman Capote's In Cold Blood. In 1975 to 1978, he starred in the TV cop series Baretta. Baretta, an unconventional detective, used the catchphrase, "Don't do the crime if you can't do the time." Blake was known for playing Detective Baretta, who lived with his cockatoo Fred in a hotel. Blake was known for playing Detective Baretta, who lived with his cockatoo Fred in a hotel. His last credit was in the David Lynch thriller Lost Highway, where he starred alongside Bill Pullman, Patricia Arquette, and Henry Rollins. He published an autobiography in 2012 titled, Tales of a Rascal, What I Did for Love. In 2018, Blake filed for divorce from third wife, Pamela Hudak.